All right, today we're diving into something really different in the AI space. It's a tool that isn't just about being your assistant, it's about being your actual employee. Sounds crazy, right? Let's unpack what that really means.
You know how it is with most chatbots, right? We ask a question, we get an answer. It's a conversation. But what if an AI could just skip the chat and actually do the work? I mean, really do it. Organizing your files, tackling your to-do list, all on its own. That's exactly the idea behind Claude Co-work. And this really nails the difference. Think about it. With typical AI, it's like you're brainstorming with a colleague. You talk, you get ideas, but then you're the one who has to do all the work. Co-work completely flips that. You're not the one doing the work anymore, you're the manager. You delegate and it gets it done. It's the shift from advisor to employee.
Okay, so let's make this real. What does this AI employee actually do? Well, its first big skill is getting its hands dirty with the files right there on your computer. And we're going to start with a problem that I'm pretty sure every single one of us has, a total mess of digital files.
Just picture it. That one folder on your desktop. You know the one. It's just a graveyard of receipt photos with names like img_4072.jpg. It's that awful chore you've been procrastinating on forever. So let's put our new AI employee to the test. So you just point Co-work to that messy folder and give it a single big command. And we're not talking about a simple, hey, organize this. No, this is a seriously complex set of instructions. You're telling it to categorize everything, create new subfolders, rename all the files with a consistent format, and then create a whole new spreadsheet summarizing everything. That's the key right there. It can handle these huge, multi-step projects all at once.
And boom! Just a few moments later, this is the result. That chaotic folder is now perfectly organized. It's actually looked at every single image, figured out what it is, and built this beautiful folder system. And here's a crucial detail. It does all this with copies of your files, so your originals are always safe. Pretty smart.
But honestly, the folders are just the beginning. The real magic? It's in the spreadsheet it made. It didn't just pull the numbers, it went above and beyond. Check this out. For a camera purchase, it added a note all on its own, saying it might qualify for a tax deduction. That is insane. It's not just sorting data, it's being a proactive, genuinely helpful employee. Okay, now here's where it goes from a cool trick to a total game changer. You can take that entire complex task and put it on a schedule. You never have to give that command again. Just tell it, hey, do this on the 1st of every month. From now on, all you have to do is drop your new receipts into the folder. That's it. Co-work takes care of the rest automatically. All right, so managing files on your computer? Check. That's awesome. But what happens when we let it talk to the rest of your digital life? This is where Co-work gets a major promotion, from file clerk to full-on executive assistant. And its first big assignment? Taming the beast that is your inbox.
So how does it do this? Through something called connectors. The best way to think about these is like secure little bridges that you build. You give Co-work permission and it can safely connect to your other apps. We're talking Gmail, Google Drive, Notion, you name it. And it's not just reading stuff, it can actually go in and create things, like drafting an email for you.
First things first, you got to train your new assistant. You give it a command like this one. And notice, you're not just telling it to answer emails, you're telling it to learn how you write emails. It'll go through your sent mail, figure out your unique voice and style, and basically create a style guide for itself so it can sound just like you.
And what it does is pretty clever. It actually creates a couple of files for itself, and it stores them right there on your machine. One is that voice guide, so it remembers how to sound like you. The other is like a mini CRM, just a little cheat sheet of who your important contacts are. It's literally building its own resources to be a better employee for you.
Once that training is done, you can unleash it. And here's the best part. It doesn't just give you suggested replies in some other window. No, it goes right into your Gmail and creates the drafts for you. So you can literally wake up in the morning, see a bunch of perfectly drafted replies ready to go, give them a quick once-over, and just start hitting send. Okay, so we've got local files covered, we've got your apps covered. What's left? The entire internet. And yep, Co-work can handle that too, acting like your own personal research assistant who can actually browse the web for you. Take a look at a prompt like this. You can literally tell it, open up my Twitter feed, see what people I follow are talking about, and come up with some video ideas for me. And it will actually open up a web browser and scroll through your feed, just like you would. It's wild to watch.
And this right here is the absolute key difference. Any AI can do a Google search. That's old news. but that's a generic search. Co-work is using your algorithm. It's looking at your social media feeds, your interests, the stuff you actually care about. The result is research that's tailor-made for you, not for the entire world.
Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing. But before you get started, there are a few practical things, kind of the fine print that you really need to know.
All right, let's run through them quick. First, the price. It comes with the Claude Pro plan, which is about $17 a month. Second, privacy. Everything happens locally on your computer, nothing stored in the cloud. That's a big one. Third, a little quirk. For those scheduled tasks to work, the app has to be open and running. And last, for now at least, it doesn't remember things from one task to the next. Every time you give it a new job, it's starting fresh.
So there you have it. The tech is real. We've moved beyond just chatting with AI to actually delegating complex work to it. It's a tool that can take action for you. So the real question isn't what can it do anymore. The question is, if you had this AI employee ready to go right now, what would be its very first assignment?